ยินดีต้อนรับสู่ประเทศไทย
Stories, religion, knowledge, language, community, celebrations, rituals, greater community, fashion style, crafts, beliefs, manners, foods and arts, tradition.
ปรุณสวัสดิ์สุภาพสตรีและสุภาพบุรุษ
และฉันนีน่ากลุมฟี
Sawadika! This is April Rosie Shakur from Group 4.
สวัสดีฉันชื่อลินค่ะ
Sawadika! This is Cayman Tiring from Group 4.
สวัสดีค่ะอิมกวาดามารีกับกุมฟีกับคุณครับ
สวัสดี ฉันชื่อลีฉันอายุ11ปีฉันเป็นคนฟิลิปปินส์ Hello everyone, I am Lee from Group 4. I just actually introduced myself in Thai. As you all know, today we'll be talking about Thailand. And I'll be introducing you some facts that could potentially help you in the future if you're going to travel in there. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, first fact. Thailand. Officially Kingdom of Thailand. It is actually also formerly known as Siam. In Thailand, the name Thailand actually means the land of free. Thailand is located at the center of Indo-Chinese Peninsula with 76 provinces spanning 513 to 120 square kilometers. Fact number 2. Thai is the national language of Thailand. The script actually was created by King Yangkamkeng the Great of the Sukhothai Kingdom way back in 1283. It was a long time ago. One of the things that could make me fascinated about the languages is how you actually create or write it. Okay, next fact about Thailand. Thailand's national flag is composed of horizontal bands of red, white, and blue representing unity of the nation, purity of religion, and the monarchy respectively. Another interesting fact about Thailand is that the currency unit is actually called baht. It is divided into 100 satangs. Notes are 20 baht, which is colored green, 50 baht, which is colored blue, 100 baht rather, which is colored red, 500 baht, which is colored purple, and 1000 baht, which is colored brown. Bangkok is the capital of Thailand, also formerly known as Krong Thep or City of Angels. Actually, the name Krong Thep is just an abbreviation of its ceremonial name, which is like almost 2 sentences long, and I'm not even kidding. Next is, aside from all the things that I've told you, Thailand is also known for tropical beaches, opulent royal palaces, ancient ruins, and ornate temples displaying figures of Buddha. Okay, that's all for the interesting facts about Thailand. Hope you enjoy it.
Good day everyone, this is Cayman Tiring and my report is all about the greater community of Thailand.
But first, what is a greater community? A greater community is the environment in which you live. It includes your world and all the worlds in its vicinity. In the greater community, there are many forms of intelligent life and great diversity in cultural ethics, preoccupations, concerns, and activities. For this, it is necessary to have a greater perspective, a greater understanding, and a greater religion. The question is, why Thailand is having a greater community? Aside from their traditions and culture, Thailand has a good relationship with the Association of Southeast Asian Nations or the ASEAN. Thailand has played an active role in ASEAN from the beginning. Another important document adopted during Thailand's chairmanship in 2009 to 2015 is the roadmap for an ASEAN community, which lays down a series of actions. Thailand is fully committed to the effective implementation of the ASEAN character, which is vital to the ASEAN community building process, and action to guide our community building efforts in all 3 pillars, namely the ASEAN Politic and Security Community, the ASEAN Economic Community, and the ASEAN Social-Cultural Community. Thailand believes that the progress in all of the three pillars will support a strong ASEAN community building process beyond 2050. And because of their contribution to the ASEAN community, they are not the only one who is having a greater community, but all of the Southeast Asian communities.
Good morning, everyone! Sawadee ka! This is Guada, and today let's explore Thailand's biggest celebrations and religion. Thailand is known for its wonderful places and beautiful events, and here are the top 5 celebrations in Thailand. Number 1. The Songkran Festival. It is the longest and biggest festival in Thailand. The Songkran Festival is also known as the Water Festival that happens around April and anywhere in Thailand. Number 2. The Phi Ta Khon or the Ghost Festival in Dan Sai Lui Province, Thailand. And it celebrates around June or July. Well, it is not creepy as it sounds like, because colorful masks are worn by thousands of locals, and it is believed that this is the recreation of fun where living or dead people wants to attend. Number 3. Chiang Mai's famous Lantern Festival. If you want a perfect landscape to capture, then this is the perfect place for you to go. Chiang Mai's Lantern Festival occurs around the month of November, and it is down by the Peng River where thousands of lanterns are released and floats into the evening sky breeze, creating a breathtaking view. Number 4. If you are a music and art lover, then you are going to love this festival, the Wonderfruit Music and Arts Festival that is celebrated every December on the outskirts of Pattaya, Thailand, and welcomes various American and European artists assisted by the local bands. Number 5. Chinese New Year. We are very familiar with this festival as we also celebrate it in our country around January or February. It is also the same in Bangkok, Thailand, in Yawat or the Chinatown of Bangkok, where busting the alleys of the Chinatown is always the fun part of the place.
Do's and don'ts in Thailand culture. Do number 1 is do the why. Well, Thai people do this to show respect, and there are 3 ways to do the why, and to whom you should do it. If you're not sure which one to use, you can just do this. Do not point your feet. Never show the bottom of your feet to anyone, because when you do this, it is equals to giving them a middle finger. Number 3. Do not touch someone's head. They considered it the most sacred part of the body. Number 4. Do wear properly, especially when going to temples. Shorts are not allowed and sleeveless are not allowed. Do remove your shoes every time you enter houses, temples, and restaurants. Do not point at someone. Instead, use this gesture. Don't raise your voice. Better keep it low-key when you argue. Do not throw things. It is very rude to look at it. Do respect monks. Women are not allowed to touch monks. So if you see one, better give them a big space, and do not forget to show them respect by lowering down our bodies and do the Y. And lastly, do not forget to smile. For whenever we go, smile is like the purest emotion you can give to someone. So that's it for the do's and don'ts of Thailand culture. I hope you learned something. Bye. Sawadee ka.
Sawadee ka! This is April Rosie Shkor, and welcome back to Food Talks. Today, we have a very special guest, none other than Miss Haley. I would like her to share with us her experiences in Thailand, specifically in foods. So let's get started. So what foods or drinks can you suggest or recommend to us? I will share with you guys the Thailand's top dishes and beverages. First one is
Tom Yum Gong, or spicy shrimp soup, is a versatile dish that can fit within virtually any meal. The words Tom Yum are derived from two Thai words, Tom and Yam. Tom refers to boiling process, while Yam refers to a kind of lao, and is indeed the most famous Thai soup. Even better, this spicy Thai soup is guaranteed to instantly clear your sinuses and warm you up. In fact, this Thai soup is currently under scientific study as it appears to have immune boosting power as a natural remedy for cold and flu viruses.
the third one is
Tom Kha Gai, or chicken and coconut soup, is a popular Thai soup known for its intense galangal coconut aromatic flavor. When we say galangal, it is a part of the ginger root family, but with a more intense, peppery, pungent flavor. The literal translation is Tom means soup or boiled or cooked. Kha means galangal root and Gai means chicken. In Thailand, Tom Kha Gai is also served as an appetizer at Thai restaurants.
those foods must be so delicious. Actually, you're not just going to be hungry, you'll also be thirsty because the next one that I will be sharing to you guys are drinks. The first one is
Mekong is Thailand's first domestically produced branded golden spirit. It is also known as the Spirit of Thailand. Mekong is distilled, blended, and bottled at Bangikhan Distillery on the outskirts of Bangkok. It contains 35% alcohol by volume, and it is used in a cocktail called the Thai Sabai.
I hope you guys to check those foods out if you visit Thailand. Thank you so much, Haley. That's all, guys. Hope you like this video. Comment down below what country you guys want us to check out next. See you in our next video. Bye!
Hello guys, it's me again, Lee. Now I'm going to introduce you 3 stories about Thailand. As I researched, I found out that Thailand has so many ghost stories, but they actually didn't choose it because it's really cat and I couldn't afford reading it thoroughly because it's so scary. I chose 3 interesting stories about Thailand. First story is the Naga. You might have noticed statues at Thai temples that look similar to a snake or a dragon, but in fact, they are neither. They are Naga, semi-divine beings that feature in both Buddhism and Hinduism. Naga are believed by locals to live in the Mekong River. More interestingly, they're thought to be the cause of the Naga fireball phenomenon, which sees fireballs rise from the supposedly inhabited Mekong River high into the air. Not to worry though, Naga are guardian-type figures who kept away bad spirits, so they're worth having around. Just be careful, you're going to swim in the Mekong River. Next story. Story about Pra Chao Sua. Pra Chao Sua, or the Tiger King, was a ruler of Thailand from 1702 to 1709. This man was known for his passion for sports, in particular Muay Thai. The king was such a huge fan of Thailand's national sport that he often entered competitions in disguise, where he beat champions without revealing his true identity, despite later descending into alcoholism and overseeing a national famine. He's more fondly remembered for his ability in the ring. Last story, entitled The Rice Goddess. Rice in Thailand is a big deal, standing as the world's second biggest exporter, providing plenty of jobs and income to the country. As a result, many people involved in the industry routinely pray to or make offerings to Foso, aka the rice goddess. This is done at every stage of the cultivation of grain, and it's thought that Foso will ensure that everyone has enough to eat. Thailand's Queen Sirikit also acknowledges these practices, and it's common for a woman to play the role of Foso during rice festivals and celebrations. So that's all, guys. Even though So it was just few. I hope you were enjoyed or you get entertained by my stories, and hopefully this will make you see Thailand as a country whose culture is really interesting and colorful. So that's all, guys. Thank you. I hope you learned something.
At this juncture, let me introduce you 10 traditional dresses of Thailand that portray Thai fashion culture. Chap Thai. Many traditional dresses are worn during various festivals and wedding ceremonies. Pyun Tan. This outfit is usually worn during non-official functions. Chap Kri. One of the most famous and commonly worn traditional dresses in Thailand. It is also considered elegant and formal attire. Si Walai. Mainly worn during royal functions and formal events. Borong Piman. This evening attire is fit to be worn to formal and semi-formal functions. Chitlada. This is one of the traditional dresses of Thailand, and it is worn by women for more formal and official events. Amari. It can be worn during royal events with the necessary royal ornaments. Chakrapat. The name means emperor. It is considered very formal and worn mostly during royal ceremonies. Dusi. These traditional dresses of Thailand are mostly worn during festival, celebrations, or other formal events. So that's it for Thailand's traditional dresses. I hope you learned something today. See you next time. Bye!
The religion of Thailand. Thailand is known for their famous practices and beliefs. But did you know that Thailand's largest religion is Buddhism? Yes, in fact, 95% of the religion is Buddhist. In Thai state constitution, there is no official state of religion, which it guarantees the religious freedom of all citizens. Though the Theravada Buddhist is the law required by the king, it is still the main religion of Thailand. The Theravada Buddhism is pertaining to the self-liberation at the nation and to one's efforts. The ideal road of Buddhism is to dedicate oneself to reach enlightenment. Thailand also practices the Taoism along Buddhism by the Thai Chinese folks, and the movement of Yi Kuan Dao was spread in Thailand on the late 1970s. As it goes by the decades, it began a conflict with the Buddhism. In 2009, it was reported that 200,000 Thais converted in the religion. There are also other religions aside from Taoism and Buddhism. The Isan ethnic group in Thailand practices the Thai folk religions, namely the Satsana Thi, or the religion of spirits, and the Ban Phi, or the animist religion. While on the southern regions, a significant group of Muslims or population is represented and was constituted by the Thai Malays. So that's it! Thailand's biggest celebrations and religion. Hope you learned something, and thank you for watching.
Yo, what's up? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And this is your reporter A.L. Soliano. For this juncture, we're going to talk about Thailand's traditional art. No, modern artists. Let me introduce to you 4 famous artists, modern artists in Thailand. First up, we have Vasan Sitikip. The self-proclaimed anarchist studied at the College of Fine Arts in Bangkok and is one of the country's most politically engaged artists. The internationally renowned artist uses his ability to actively point out the hypocrisy in modern society. His works can be inspected up close at the New York Museum of Modern Art Gallery, Thailand's National Art Gallery, and the Singapore Art Museum. Ratana Sali. Ratana Sali is a sculptor best known for her works of unfinished buildings. These developments are what Sally seeks to explore with her sculptural works. In an attempt to blend with psychology, the developing landscapes of the city seeking to bring forward the changes that have been overlooked by society as a result of the hunger for rapid modernization. Chittagong Kyotingkot seeks to reflect people's character in his works, often depicting them in a cartoon-like way with the use of bright colors and exaggerated features. With increasing democratization and liberalization occurring throughout the world, the problems of insincere leaders, double standards, selectivism, and exploitation have come to the front. This is what Kyotingkoi seeks to reveal with this painting. Takwan Amsangkid focuses on sculptures. The artist seeks to explore the origins of corruption and its detrimental effect on society and the country as a whole. The snake theme symbolizes the extensive greed that is the source of many current problems, which ultimately leads to chaotic effects for industries and organizations culminating in the ruin of society. So that's it for today's juncture, and I hope you learned something for the Thailand's famous modern artist. See you, bye! So that's it for today's episode, Thailand's traditional